Hey guys, I wanted to get a video out today. I don't feel like playing Rec Room today, but I decided this might get me some kind of views for my channel. I like to get a little bit of views every day, so I can keep my channel going. And this is going to be a best and worst of the virtual reality games I've played so far. And just so you know, this is my own opinion. I'm not ranking them on what I like, if it's a good game or not. Like for example, this game I'm not including on this list because it is a very good game. Just I don't like the virtual reality mode because I'm scared of it. I can't play it, and I'm also going to be ranking it if it's good enough for the price. And just so you know, this is just what I remember paying for them. They might have changed from time to time. That's why I didn't look up anything for them. So I've written down some of the ones that are download only. First, I'm gonna go through the best. First of all, I got Skyrim VR, which I love this game. It's really cool, especially if you use the motion controls. I don't think if you use this, I don't think it would be a very fun game. It's really cool. The only problems I have is the two-handed weapons in the game. You still use one hand, which is kind of sucks, but I can see why, because you use one hand to move around. The controls are a little bit hard to get, well, not hard, but in some, like for example, when you're in water, it's different controls than when you're just walking around. It's kind of hard to get used to. That's why I died a few times, because I didn't know that you had to actually swim with the motions of swimming. So it's a really good game, especially for $40. It doesn't have a $60 price tag on it, so it's pretty good. You can spend a lot of time into it. Only thing is, if you played Skyrim before, it ends up feeling just like, any other time playing Skyrim. Next, this is my first virtual reality game, Batman VR. It's a very good game. The graphics are pretty, and there's a good bit to do. And you can play this game twice, looking for Riddler clues, which I wish they would have had the first time you played. But it's kind of cool that you can unlock different characters. With every time you get a Riddler clue, you can randomly unlock a different character. You match them. It's kind of weird. If you've seen it, you know. But you can unlock different characters, and you look at them in the vault. It's really cool to see characters such as the Joker, like face to face, and it's kind of creepy sometimes. And my favorite one is what's his name? Sorry, I forgot his name. The crocodile guy. I forgot his name. Sorry. But it's really cool. He has a jump scare, and it scared the crap out of me. But it's kind of cool to be able to look him down and see every detail of him. And they have little cartridges in the. Yeah, pretty much that's my favorite part of the game. But the story doesn't last too long, which I wish they could have fixed somewhat. But it's a good game. And it's only $20, so if this is going to be your first virtual reality game, I think it's really good for just getting you into, just showing you what it can do. Next is on my list. Sorry. Next, I have Rec Room, which is awesome because it's free, first of all. And you might have noticed I played a good bit of gameplay on it on my channel, and I plan to do more. And the best of all, it's free. I think I already said that, but whatever, it's free, and you can spend a lot of time into it. I spent hours playing this game so far, which is saying a lot for a free game. Next is Tumble VR, which is I think my second VR game that I got. It's a $10 game, but it's really fun. It's a puzzle game where you rearrange different blocks in different ways that it tells you to, and it's very fun. I haven't beat it yet, but I think it looks pretty, and it's not that expensive, so it's really good it's a really good time waster game. Next, I have Job Simulator, which is a $40 game. Not the story, but I guess you would call it a story. It has a different story. They don't last too long, but it has a lot of replayability. Sorry, and I really need to play some of this game on my channel. It's very fun to mess around in this game, and it's fun to just joke around, and yeah, it's really fun to mess around with. Next, I have oh, and by the way, Job Simulator, it reminds me a lot of Rec Room. Just wanted to get that out there. In Lethal VR is it's a shooter game that you shoot at a target. So sometimes the controls are a little glitchy, but I think it was around $10 if I remember correctly. Maybe $20, but if it's $20, then it's not on this list. But I think it was $10, so that one was pretty fun for what it is. And I have all my Genesis. I got this game because it's really cheap. I think it's like around $1 for the main game, and then you buy expansion packs, which I only bought one of them so far. But the expansion packs are like $3 a piece, and maybe $2. I don't remember it correctly. It might have been $1.99, but it's very fun. It's a game where you take care of some people. It's kind of like I guess kind of like Farmville, like in that aspect on the gameplay you like. It's pretty much you are a god. You have a globe and you can spin it around and take care of these people. It is pretty fun for how cheap it is. Next, I'm going to get into my worst games. Well, I'll come back to this in a second. Okay, first of all, being on my worst list doesn't mean it's terrible. Just means I don't like it for one reason or another. This is Drive Club VR. It's great because it's cheap. It looks pretty, it plays pretty, but it just doesn't feel like a VR game to me. It just feels like another racing game to me. Like, there's not a lot of immersion into it, which might just be the problem with the genre, because a lot of times in racing games you aren't in a first-person perspective anyway, but I just couldn't get into it. And the interior of the cars, when you're inside of them, they don't look that realistic, so it doesn't have the best, doesn't look the best. I guess it would be better if you had if you had one of the steering wheels for it. You'll have a lot more immersion into it. Just for me, I couldn't get into it. I could get into it. It just doesn't feel like a virtual reality game to me. It doesn't immerse myself into the game, and I don't feel like paying $100 for that controller, because it does support it. But I don't feel like paying $100 for the controller for a game that I probably won't play that much anyway. Okay, next is on my book, my little booklet. First is VR Worlds. It's not a bad game. Like I said, not all my virtual reality games aren't bad. I just don't think it's worth the price. I got it for $60, and it's fun and everything, but it doesn't last that long. You have different modes it can do, but they don't last that long. And for example, my favorite mode, the London Heist, is really fun, but it doesn't have that much replayability. You can play it twice because there's 2 different endings, but that's the most you can do. Like, it's fun. I'll probably go back and play it every once in a while. Maybe. I haven't played it in almost a year, but it's not bad if you get it for a cheaper price than I did. But again, I got it when it was still kind of newer, so it might be a problem with just because it's newer, it still had a $60 price tag on it. And the Martian VR, don't buy it. Don't buy it. I know I said not all these games are bad, but this one is bad. I spent $20 on it, and then once I bought it, I realized it was linked to a movie, so that's why it was so bad. It lasts probably maybe 2 hours at best, and 2 hours at best. I might be exaggerating. It might be an hour. It felt like an hour. And you have a whole bunch of little mini games you can play, but they're not very fun. They really suck. And there's not that much fun to be had in this game. Only reason it was so expensive, I think I spent $20 on it thinking, I didn't even know it was linked to a movie. I thought it was just like a moon simulator kind of thing to be an astronaut. I thought that would be cool, but they're really bad. And I wish they would have made a better game for it. And I think it is a good idea to make a game about. Just make it better than this one, and I'll be happy. Next is Surgeon Simulator, which has the same issue. I seen gameplay of it, and it looked very funny to me. I thought I would have a few laughs playing it, but it's buggy. It doesn't want to work very well, and a few times out of everything, I'll end up in the ceiling when I'm trying to recalibrate. And when you drop things, you drop them for good. You can't pick them back up. So if your job is to replace someone's spleen, you drop it, and it's gone for good. And it really sucks because one of my favorite people on YouTube, Dan Bull, has a song on the game, which I found, which sucks because I think, not sure if any updates came out recently, but I stopped playing it because it irritated me because it always bugged out. And I really don't recommend it unless they fix some of those issues. I'm not sure if they have or haven't. I haven't played it in a while. Have downloaded it on my console, just don't want to go back to it and get frustrated with it. Well, that's about it on my virtual reality games. I just want to make a quick video for today. I'm not sure if this video is going to get very many views, but my games that I do recommend you getting if you just getting into virtual reality games, I really recommend you getting Rec Room. I recommend you getting Tumble VR, and I really recommend you getting Oh My Genesis. But any of those games I told you about before, don't get. Martian, like, these are the two games that I really want to get. Like, these are the games that are just bad, not just because I don't like them, just because they're bad. Martian VR is just bad. And Surgeon Simulator is just bad. They're just cash grabs. That's the only thing I hate about VR so far, is a lot of people are trying to make shovelware onto it. Just games that they think will get a few bucks. For example, I forgot what the title of this game was, but it was a free game. But they tried to get you to buy a controller for it. That was a lot of money. Like, the game was free. I played it. You can play without the controller for it, but it just isn't that fun without it. Like, not that fun to begin with. The graphics are bad. The gameplay is bad. But the controller, get this. I looked it up because I was just kind of curious. It's $1,000. $1,000 for a free game that they didn't put much work into. Whatever, I just wish they would do something differently. I wish they would stop making this video is coming to an end. Please subscribe to my channel, like my videos, subscribe. I'm really close to getting 20 subscribers, which is a lot for me. And please, subscribe. Just one person out there can make my day. Okay, guys, see you later.